This time we're looking at number 9, covenant sign. Of course, we're talking about Sabbath in our journey through this quarter, the promise, God's everlasting covenant. And this covenant sign, there were multiple signs, by the way. Sabbath was one of them. Another sign that God gave as part of that early covenant was circumcision. So maybe we could even begin by asking ourselves, why do we still keep with the Sabbath sign and not with the circumcision sign? Many good reasons that you can explore, think about. But let's concentrate on that Sabbath sign. We are given material there, of course, in Genesis, beginning in creation. So the sign was there before there was ever a covenant. Now that's an important point to note. Sabbath was there before the law of Moses or any covenants, any agreements that God made with anybody. So that's there. Then you have in Exodus 20, fourth commandment, Exodus 31 and Deuteronomy 5, repeating it, but giving a different reason. So we're going to take a little look at that and see what God is saying. Originally, Sabbath is there in creation as very much part of it. People say, well, he just rested, so it was a non-day. No, God invested the Sabbath. He blessed it. And that is why we receive a blessing by identifying with day 7 of creation. It reminds us of the Creator and his gift of life to us and this world around us. It's something to be thankful for. That's a covenant, if you will, a promise that God has given to us to be our great and glorious Creator and then our Redeemer. Exodus 20, we've read that time and time again, reminding us that the 7th day takes us back to creation. But the repeated version of the 10 Commandments in Deuteronomy 5 says this as the reason for the Sabbath. Remember that you were once slaves in Egypt and that the Lord your God led you out from there with his great power and incredible strength. This is why the Lord your God has ordered you to keep the Sabbath day. So in our mentality here in the West, we say, well, which is it? Is it a memorial of creation or is it a memorial of liberation? Which one? And God says, yes. It's both. A memorial of creation, memorial of liberation. It's all of those things as a sign of the covenant that we have. This agreement that we are going to be together. That I'm going to be your God and you are going to be my people. That is what God is talking about. And then in Exodus 31, it actually uses that word sign. The Sabbath will be a sign between me and you for generations to come, so that you'll know that I am the Lord who makes you holy. The Sabbath is that sign to demonstrate, to prove that he is the one who makes us holy, sanctifies, sets us apart, whatever you want to use. The best way I think of saying holy is making us more like him. Because that's what we've lost. When we were made in God's image back there in creation, we were, in that sense, like God. We shared aspects of God's personality, character, whatever you want to say, in whatever way you think that we are like God. That is what God made us like there. Thinking beings, to relate to him, to love him, because God is love. That's the primary aspect in which I think we are like him. But this is what was lost in the fall, and the Sabbath is the sign that God is remaking us in his image once more. He wants us to be back with him, restored into his image so that we can spend eternity with him. That is what Sabbath is trying to lead us on to. Sabbath is in fact a sign not only of the past, of creation, of liberation in Exodus, and the sign that he heals us and makes us whole, but it's a sign of the future, because there's going to be an eternal Sabbath in God's presence. This is why it is an agreement sign, because it identifies the nature and character of the God that we love.